We can see right here it still shows up on the siding, but this is where the forget part comes in on the wet and forget. Alright, so we are looking at the back side of the garage at the house, and as you can see, mold likes to grow on my white vinyl siding because it's shaded by these big old Bradford pears here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray some of that wet and forget on it, and we're going to see if it eats it off of these walls right here. So let's walk through and see what we got in the bottles. Alright, so here's our little extended reach hose end that we're going to hook up to the garden hose, because this is 1,000 times easier than trying to hook up the big old wand to my pressure washer, wash this off, and you just spray it on there, and like I say, you forget about it, wet and forget. So this will do about 2,000 square feet or so. So this big old wall I got right here, it'll use about half this bottle. But when it comes to doing the rest of the house, then all you got to do is just buy the refill, and your little end right there is going to fit on that refill. Now I got this sitting over here because it's kind of the same stuff, just a little diluted. And what it's used for is like for a pumper. And so you would put it in a pumper and you can pump it up. I think you mix it like 1 of this to 5 of water. So this little guy will make about 6 gallons. Now it's handy for shooting around low where you don't want to waste a bunch of it. And, you know, you shoot on something low down. You can shoot it on the siding, but you can't reach really high like you can this extended reach right here. So this is what we're going to be using today. And by the way, you also need to wear glasses and long sleeves and gloves if it irritates your skin. Now I wear glasses because you don't want it getting in your eyes, but it doesn't seem to bother my skin, so I'm not going to wear gloves and the long sleeves. So you'll see me spraying it up in a minute. But definitely want to put some glasses on, and you want to be upwind from it. Don't let it blow back on you because it can irritate you. It's got some good chemicals in it. Well, all right, we're going to get set up here and we're going to shoot this wall. Then we'll do our time lapse, and then we'll come back here in a couple of weeks and we'll show at the end what all is done. So I'm going to squirt this stuff on this wall, and then we'll see if it, one little bottle will do this whole wall right here. And then we'll set up our time lapse and we'll be good to go to watch this stuff for the next few weeks to see how long it takes to kill it. Alright, so the best thing I found to do is to start at the top. So we're going to go up, and the garage is a bottom story, a middle story, and then an attic. So it is way up there, and it's right on the edge of what this stuff can spray. But it will get up there if we try really hard. Then we'll work our way back down. So I'm going to start at the top, and then I'm going to spray my way back down, and then we're going to end up at the bottom. So let's get started here and get this stuff sprayed off. Alright, so as you can see, it's pretty easy to put on, and just for reference, that wall here, it's 2 stories plus an attic, and it's about 30 feet, 35 feet long. Took about 24 ounces because this is a 48 ounce on the squirter. Works really well, you just got to go fast so you don't waste a lot of it. So now we'll set the time-lapse camera up. Alright, so it's been a few days now, and if you were looking at the time lapse, actually that green turned black really quick. So we can see right here it still shows up on the siding, but this is where the forget part comes in on the wet and forget. But what it's done is basically turned it into dust, and so little by little it's gonna come off of here every time it rains, and it'll slowly wash off. Or after about a week or so, you could pressure wash it and knock all this black stuff off. But it's no longer green and it kills it real quick. But that's why they call it wet and forget, is it's more of a, it'll kill it and then it won't come back from whatever chemicals in this stuff. It'll prevent it from coming back for 6 months or so. So it's more like a maintenance thing. It's not like you're gonna kill it and your house is gonna be beautiful instantly. You actually put it on there and it kills it, and then the chemical gets on the siding and it prevents it from coming back. If you do it as a maintenance type thing, every 6 months, just come out there and squirt it, you won't have any of this stuff ever growing back. So now that I've seen under my trees it grows so bad, I'm just gonna squirt this stuff every 6 months like I squirt my house, and we'll be in good shape. All right, so it's been about 3 weeks now, so just a follow-up here at the end of the video, because I showed it killing it over the time lapse, but I wanted to show after a couple of weeks here we've had some heavy rains. And so if we look in this area that was right over here by the AC unit, if you look at it now, it's pretty much gone away. There is some little spots, I can zoom in there a little bit, and you can see there is a little bit of black residue, but the rain has pretty much washed it away. And if you wanted to, I can show you just how easy it would be to knock off there, but it's pretty much gone. I'll squirt it again in a few months, maybe 6 months or so, and then see, and it'll be all back white again. But let me show you how easy it is to get off there and why the water from the rain can wash it off. So we're gonna set the camera down over here and I'll go over to a spot that hadn't quite cleaned up yet. All right, so if we look over here by where the chimney is on the wall, let me get the camera set down. I'm gonna zoom up under it and I'll show you, because this spot doesn't get as much rain just because it's blocked by the tree. So let me see if I can get the camera up here and show you. So underneath the lip of it right there, you can see that it's still hanging on pretty good. That was a nice little mossy area. So I'm going to take a broom and I'm just going to rake across there, and you can see that it's pretty much just dust and it comes right off there. So we just take a broom and see, I can slip the broom back and forth across it and it pretty much just wipes it off. So the rain does a good job of taking care of it because it's really not attached anymore, and it'll pretty much, it's just a dry broom, it'll pretty much wipe right off there. So there you go. Hopefully that helps somebody with cleaning your siding and not having to use one of them big old extensions for your pressure washer like I did for a while. I just spray this stuff on her and go on about my life. Well, alrighty. Well, thanks for watching.